Many of your kids are at home because they cannot attend school. That means a lot of perverts are on the streets of Houston, and you need to be careful. Take a look. And joining us now on The Factor Uncensored is Constable Rosen. Constable, earlier this week, you arrested a long list of individuals I call dirty bastards who were out targeting young people on the computer. Tell us a little bit about the arrest and the sting, if it was in fact a sting, and how you did it.
Well, it absolutely was a sting. We routinely, with the Internet Crimes Against the Houston Metro Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force, we hold initiatives fairly often trying to go out there and find if anybody's surfing out there for underage kids. And so our officers are out there doing their thing, and we arrested 10 individuals who thought they were going to meet up with a 14-year-old girl and just, do bad things. And so this is the force. These are the people that are in between the people that do bad and the people that are the do-gooders in our world. And so I'm thankful that we were able to take these people off the streets. We had a United States postal worker as part of the people we arrested. We had a Bandito member. We had an Uber driver. And so you never know what walks of life you're going to run into when we do these types of operations. But this should be a very clear message to parents that you have to be vigilant more than ever now during this COVID epidemic, pandemic.
Because kids are now out of school, they're spending more time at home on the computer, and predators and groomers alike are out there trying to take advantage of the children.
You are absolutely correct. And this is a time, again, where parents need to be vigilant. They have to have those very serious talks about internet crimes and about predators that are out there. They can't allow their children to sit in their rooms at 10 o'clock at night and just surf various social media platforms. You've got to have these discussions with these kids. And now they're spending more time on the social media platforms because they have the time. They're not in school during the day. They're at home. And so parents have to be vigilant. You need to have the discussion. You need to tell them to only talk to people that they know. You want to make sure that you manage the Wi-Fi at your house. Make sure that you turn it off at night. Don't allow them to just sit in their room by themselves and surf social media platforms, because there's predators on the other side waiting to do harm to your children.
And, of course, for those parents who are not shy about invading privacy of their children, which I believe they should not have if they're living at home with you, there are programs that you can track and make sure you monitor where they go and who they're speaking to and which websites they go to, right, Constable?
Absolutely, Isaiah. I did it to my own kids, and I was so happy to let them know ahead of time that I was doing it. And I was able to see where they went. I was able to see who they're communicating with. And, my kids appreciated it. My kids appreciated the fact that, they come home and they hear me say stories about what happened out there in the real world. And so they were appreciative of it. But parents, it's totally up to you. You probably pay for the phone. So it's your phone for all intents and purposes. And I know we all trust our kids, but it's not the kids that I'm worried about that you need to trust. It's the predators that are out there waiting to prey on these kids. And so parents, do what Isaiah just said. Get those programming modules put on the phones. Be involved, be engaged in your kids' social media platforms. We've got to protect our kids now more than ever, and they are on social media platforms because they're away from home. They're away from school. They're not in school. They're at home. And at the end of the day, it's a predator's paradise.
And the predators that you arrested, the 10 that you arrested earlier this week, they were focused solely, we believe, on having sex with a child. And then there are others who just want to put them out on the streets, groom them for prostitution.
Absolutely. So they knew they were coming to meet an underage girl, someplace. So they knew what they were coming to. So it's not as if it was a secret or they didn't understand of really who they were coming to meet. It was very apparent who they were coming to meet. And I was very happy to get these people, off the street. It's I'm always going to fight for our children. I'm going to fight for the elderly, and I'm certainly going to fight for animals. All three of those are important, but our kids are so vulnerable right now during this pandemic. They're at home. They really are kind of locked in their home, and some parents are at work, so that, of course, leaves the opportunity for kids to be at home alone, and they're going to get on those social media platforms, and who knows who they're talking to. Absolutely. And you know as well as I do, those predators are very patient people. They're very meticulous, and they'll wait for their time to strike. And that's why it's really important for parents to be vigilant during this time and moving forward. They're going to have to stay involved in their kids' social media life.
All right, Precinct 1 Constable Alan Rosen, thank you for joining us on The Factor Uncensored, and thank you for the job you do here in our community.